It was one of those nights when the world felt hushed and eerie. I figured a drive could help me clear my head. The road stretched out before me, shrouded in darkness, and the only sounds were the hum of the engine and the soft rumble of tires. But the further I drove, the stranger things became. The trees seemed to lean in like they had secrets to share. Then I heard whispers, faint voices carried by the wind. I tried to shake it off, telling myself it was just the night playing tricks. Yet the unease crept in. The shadows grew deeper, and every flicker of movement made me jump. Suddenly, I saw something in the middle of the road, a pale figure that appeared out of nowhere. I slammed on the brakes, heart racing as the figure stood there, hauntingly still. My mind raced. Who or what was this? Fear pushed me to hit the gas, leaving the figure behind. But the dread stuck with me, clinging like a heavy fog. Finally, I got back home, safe but shaken. That encounter left me wondering, was it a ghost? My imagination? I may never know. One thing's certain, that night changed me. It showed me that darkness can hold mysteries beyond our understanding. I was driving with some of my friends at around 2 a.m. Rainy cold night along a winding section of road with a steep drop off to the river below on one side. We pass a small pull-off and notice a car with no lights on. As we drive by, we catch a glimpse of a person standing next to it, and as the headlights hit him, we see his shirt is covered in blood all down the front. We don't stop, but turn around and drive back slowly. I roll down my window as we approach, and he just stands there, blood all over his shirt and pants. His car looks fine. Couldn't have been a crash. Out the window I ask if he's okay, and over the pounding rain and roar of the river below I hear the most distant and sorrow "I'm fine" gave me chills. I don't reply and slowly drive off as my buddy calls the cops. About half an hour later, we drive by again and there is an ambulance and a couple cruisers. Turns out the guy slit his wrists and was going to jump off into the river. Cold, rainy, and pitch black. Scary where your mind can take you. A few years ago, while I was driving home from my night shift security job, it was about 2:45 a.m. during the summer. It was completely dark out. I was coming around a small curve in the highway and suddenly I saw a thing. It looked like a naked human walking on all fours, in that strange butt-up posture you make while bear crawling. It was moving slow across the road with its head swaying back and forth as it crawled across the road in front of me. I was too confused to be scared, so I continued on home. A day or two later, I was talking to my parents who live about 2 miles from where I had seen that thing and told them about it. They told me some years before, 3 of their friends were walking in that area and came running to their house scared to death and would never tell anyone what had happened or what they had seen. Later, while telling scary stories with my friends, I told them of the thing I had seen that night. One of my friends, who is a cop, said, about 8 years ago, a man was ran over at that curve and everyone in the community thought he was a skinwalker. It doesn't scare me, I still drive that same road all the time, day and night, but I still look for it every time I drive by that curve. Thanks for joining me on this eerie ride. If this story gave you goosebumps, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more true tales that'll send shivers down your spine.